Admissions shot up 28%. At least 4 other colleges copied them, and though the computer market has collapsed since then, few here seem worried that these machines will suddenly be obsolete.
In our case, though, Zenith is turning out to be one of the strongest computer companies of all, and so we have no concern about that. They are growing something like 200% this year.
It's going to be obsolete in 3 years. Something will be much better than it, just because technology is going to roll along. But the computer that I have now, I will be able to use that for the rest of my life.
I don't plan to keep it after I graduate here. I'll buy another one.
This is where we were at the end of last time.
3 years into the computerization of Clarkson, and the simplest aspects of university life have changed. Computers have replaced even the blackboards in the statistics class of George Davis. Instead, a Z-100 is connected to an overhead projector.
Constraint number 3 became redundant.
And the term computer literate takes on new meaning in humanities classes, where a computerized study guide helps students bone up on Machiavelli. The computer invasion 3 years ago became a personal revolution for humanities professor John Serio. Even he had to take computer classes with his freshman students.
It was actually my midlife crisis. I was at this stage in my life when I thought I was either going to be left behind, by this advancing technology, or I really had to do something about it.
Though Clarkson is basically a technical college, these high-tech homework companions aren't used much on science and math. It's English papers where they really get a workout.
What do you use it for mostly now?
Writing papers. I use the word processor mostly.
Word processing, letters, papers are great.
Beyond homework, the more practical hackers in the crowd have adapted their computers to dreary domestic chores.
Last year, my roommate used it to keep track of the phone bill because we had 4 people sharing a phone.
And of course, the electronic presence has infiltrated students' social lives to the point where student-written computer games could qualify as a varsity sport. Initially, there were worries that Clarkson was generating a group of isolated hackers, but the computer was a binding force when finals rolled around.
Well, I had a computer project due in like 2 days, and it took me like 3 days to write it. And I'd lost the material, and I took it down to the hall to a junior who was a computer science major, also a computer whiz at this. And he ran it through a couple programs and salvaged my program out.
It's the campus repair shop that saves most students when it comes to technical glitches. Here, junior Michael Corrigan helps service 1,200 machines a year. Most of the problems are disk drives, but some come from hazards of student life.
Spilling drinks on the keyboard. Working out late at night, drinking or something fun like that.
For the students, power outages are probably the most frustrating problem.
I lost the whole paper one night, was due the next morning at 8 a.m. 12:30, I'm typing away. Out it goes.
You learn to save things.
You learn to save things.
But Clarkson isn't a plugged-in paradise for every student. Adapting to the sink-or-swim approach has been frustrating for some.
I guess they're a good idea, but they should teach us more about them.
Whatever the drawbacks, they haven't been great enough to spoil the university's persistent optimism that computers are the future of education.
I don't think there's any question in the world that a computer will be on the desk of every college student one way or another in 10 years or less.
The brave new world of Clarkson University has yet to be embraced by every campus in the country, but computers will play a more important role in education, and perhaps only these students really know how important that role will be.
The computer requirement at Clarkson University did spawn a cottage industry of student and computer aids. One of the unique inventions was a special computer cover to keep spilled soft drinks off the keyboard. Sales were brisk. We know a San Bernardino man who hopes his invention will help parents keep an eye on their children. Ed Corwin has developed a transmitting device called Kitty Alert. Producer Tom Tomaszewski has that report.